We are live, everybody. Welcome to another discussion of One Piece. We are talking about the Orange Town and Syrup Village arcs. These would be chapters 8 through 41 for the manga readers. I have no idea what that is in the anime. I'm sure
18.
one of my... Which one is it, Merphy?
Episode 18.
Episode 18. Okay, so up to 18, I guess. So yeah, we are ready to talk about these two arcs, and I really am excited to have these three wonderful crewmates here with me, and I am excited to have all you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for showing up for us and for your great comments, and I'd like to remind everyone to keep it respectful, keep it kind, and we're going to have a great time talking about One Piece here. All right? So I thought I would start actually by asking my three friends here. This is obviously an immensely popular series, and I'm beginning to discover why myself. But I thought maybe it would be kind of fun to talk about what makes One Piece great. What are the things, and we can do this. We're only spoiling up to the end of the Syrup Village arc, so plenty of examples from these first three arcs, I'm sure. That we can
Usopp is what makes this series great.
Usopp? So. What in your minds makes this
Usopp and Buggy?
I mean, what I said last week was it's just the way that he does the character backstory is something that I do, but just, you know how it could be just kind of over the top and silly, and then all of a sudden, bam, it'll like hit you in the heart a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it kind of unique.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I've seen so many people. Now, I've laughed plenty. I don't know if I've laughed this much since, like I said last time, I read Asterix, and I used to love that Belgian comic from way back when. But it's been a long time since I laughed this much while reading something, and I've got the laughs. I'm waiting for because I've heard people say that they've wept more tears over One Piece than anything else, and I don't know if you guys have.
Those people are. They're being dramatic.
No, Alan, I'm those people. I say that though.
Okay.
I'm those people.
What changes about what I just said?
Oh no, actually fair. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
He's picking right back up where we left off.
We are picking up.
Okay, hold on. Before we address all this, let me address something else. Hey, people commenting on this and in the chat right now, I'm going to go ahead and choose violence right away. Y'all got to chill out, guys. You have got to chill out. Philip,
yes.
How was your One Piece experience ruined by the fact that we told you that there was a character named Buggy who was a clown coming up? Do you find your One Piece experience having been ruined by that? You want to know why? Because that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, he doesn't even want to read it anymore now.
It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler to tell him that some of the devil fruits turn people into animals. It's just not. In fact, I would submit to you, all of you fanboys here and girls, Philip subscribes to Merphy Napier. Merphy Napier, that means that Philip can see Merphy Napier's feed. Merphy Napier's thumbnails for her One Piece videos are so much bigger spoilers than anything I have ever said on this stream, because it's literally a picture from the current episodes. And I guarantee you, Philip don't remember a dang thing of that. Philip don't care.
No
recollection. Nobody cares. No one has ever watched One Piece and been like, oh my gosh, I can't believe someone told me something turned into an animal. My experience is ruined. That's never happened. It's never happened. Y'all got to calm down, because if y'all don't stop, guess what I'm going to do? I'm about to list every character that dies in this show right here, because that's what a spoiler is. That's a spoiler. Mike, get ready. Get ready. I'm about to be a list. And then you can see what the difference is between a spoiler and something that's not a spoiler. How about that one? Boom. Autism.
Doran Ross Tuvia in the chat. Scorched Earth is about right. So let's lay down some things that we discussed before our first chat, which was that Philip is not spoiler sensitive. Mike, are you super spoiler sensitive?
I mean, I prefer if you don't tell me who dies or doesn't die, but
exactly
most of the stuff you guys mention, I don't even know what it means out of context, so I don't care.
Mentioning a name of a character, none of the four of us consider that a spoiler.
We're reading the synopsis off the back of a book when I talk about what is a book about, and that's a spoiler. You know, even though it's on the back of the book that anyone can pick up and look at.
Here's a character name, Flamingo. Gasp.
So if the
Alright.
character's name comes up, we don't consider it a spoiler. We will not use any true spoilers,
Characters last
character
week.
deaths,
Right.
major plot
Someone
points.
has a dumb soap power. And it's
Okay, so Mike, what you said that you love the backstories.
Yes,
Big agree.
let's go back to that question.
Philip, you mentioned humor. Alan, what's something you like?
I liked watching it on my own without the internet to tell me that crap is spoilers. I enjoyed the solitary nature of it. That was my
There you
favorite
go,
part of
Alan.
it.
There you go.
Anyway, I liked One Piece because, I mean, again, it was something that I did with my friends, and I like the pirate. Yes, thank you, Newton. Yes, I'm a Kainu. I like the crew. I like Luffy's devotion to his friend. I like I said last time, I like the cool powers. Like I like the different kinds of powers that do stuff that isn't just because not everyone's fire, ice, wind. Like it's not Avatar. You know what I mean? Like there's more than just that. Like again, the snot, whatever. What I was talking about last time. But I've always liked shonen anime. Like I watched, I mean, I guess Sailor Moon isn't shonen, but I watched Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. That's the anime that I watched a lot when in middle school and high school. So I've always liked pirates also. So pirates plus Luffy plus Zoro, because Zoro is my brother's favorite, and Smoker, and I don't know. I like good villains, and
And then why do you like Kuro?
because Kuro is awesome. Because I did a freaking video about my favorite villain archetypes, and like the gentleman scholar, like the intelligent one that like is like
intelligent. Where?
Merphy. Oh my gosh, you're literally putting Buggy against Kuro. Like you're right. Buggy's super smart. Like Buggy exists solely because Oda thinks it's like a bit for a clown to. Buggy sucks.
Which is
Kuro is that.
Wait, Alan, I thought you loved Buggy. That's why I made you. Buggy.
I have never said that in my life.
Now I wish I'd have been Buggy. I should have just wore my red nose.
I must have misremembered that. One of you loved Buggy, right?
Murphy likes Buggy. Murphy doesn't like anything good.
Murphy and Mike, the two M's, were Buggy fans.
Murphy likes Fishman Island, which is the worst arc in the show.
Philip, I also like attractive redheads. So Nami.
Oh,
I love Nami. I love Luffy. I love Zoro. I like other crew members that I'm not going to say because people will get a bee in their bonnet.
Okay.
So,
we'll get to those. We got to Usopp. He's a crew member now.
Philip, no one actually likes Usopp as their favorite character. It is like meme energy.
What?
No one's favorite is Usopp. It's impossible for you to look at the Straw Hat crew and choose Usopp as the best one. It's impossible. It's objectively wrong. Like maybe above like someone like some of the other ones, but not the best. Usopp sucks.
He does have poop emojis.
that's Kuro.
Yeah. Kuro. Yeah.
So the thing that I liked about One Piece super early on was the world.
Okay.
I was so impressed by how big the world is, going from island to island, seeing that each island had its own culture and its own system, and it felt like I was going through doorways each time we visited a new island. I love that feeling.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Murphy, you talk about things the way Philip does, where it's
Sorry.
very like eloquent, and it's not an insult.
I don't want to be a professor.
I mean,
The
it's just like
professor of BookTube.
who thinks like that? Where it's like opening up doors every time there's a new arc. Like
Doorway, like it's a Narnia reference.
Beautiful.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying I'm not in. It sounds like I'm insulting you because I have a tone. It's not my fault. I don't mean to have a tone. That's my voice. Like that's my voice. Just like all the people who freaking hate me from the last stream, guys. I'm autistic. I can't help it. No. Like I was saying, I like the way you and Philip talk about things because the way that I talk about things is that sucks and that thing is awesome. Why? Because it's awesome. I would never think to be like, oh, it opens up doors. No, it's cool as crap. How about that?
It is cool as
I
crap.
kind of lean Alan's that way. Like when I'm talking about Dark Tower, I'm just like, it's just so neat because this shit, this is all messed up. And then Philip's like, actually, it makes me think of this poem that I read one time. I admire that he can do that. That's my style, you know?
I mean, Stephen King is literally quoting a lot of poetry in there.
Oh, you were actually quoting Philip when you said that, Mike. I thought you were being facetious, but you were quoting him.
The whole premise of the series is Child Roll into the Dark Tower came.
How I discovered Philip was watching his Gunslinger video. Yeah. That's how I discovered him. I said, all right, this guy's all right. He's got some things where I can learn some things from this guy. So
So, Mike, were you done talking about the things you love about One Piece?
I mean, I'm sure more will come up. I'm just saying, like, overall, why I'm enjoying it is because I feel like I'm having a good time. But it's never like a way where it's like I'm just cramming all this Halloween candy. You know, I still feel like there's a lot of meat to chew here because there is a big world, and it just continued. Thinking back on it now, I'm like, man, it was really small here at the beginning, honestly. Because if I think about where I'm at now, it's like, wow, it's like nothing by comparison.
Yeah, it expands.
My big complaint at the beginning of the series was that I felt like Luffy was too OP, and then you realize, okay, well, it's just this little tiny corner of the world, you know. Just wait, just wait. But it's because it's goofy, but there are stakes, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I also, looking at these earlier arcs, realized that the first half of One Piece has reasonably sized arcs, like. You know, like the biggest one,
187 chapters, like Berserk. Yeah,
the biggest one is like the biggest one in the early, in the first half of the show is like 47 episodes or something like that. But then in the back half, you have literally the arc they just finished was 189 episodes, and it's just like that's too big. Like that's too big. Like the arcs become unmanageable.
They do become really huge.
Yeah, sorry, I'm the buzzkill on the stream where I'm the one that talks bad about One Piece.
You're not.
The fact that it's my favorite anime.
Alan, we love you. We all love you. And Brian, I am actually taking notes for the thesis connecting Malaz. Yeah, it'll be awesome. I'm sure you'll all. It'll be a best.
Jared do it. He reads it for like a week, and he's like got his philosophy of One Piece video out. I'm like, dang man, pump the brake.
I was dismayed to discover that Luffy likes eating meat so much because
Niku. He needs the Niku. You leave him alone, Philip. I love the fact that he's just like, and he gets really fat, and then it digests it instantly. And again, that's one of those ridiculous things that Mike was talking about. That's in manga and anime where it's like
grabbing a big boulder and moving it and then just smashing it down to a little size and being like, I can carry this now. And it's like, just cuz?
I didn't like those ridiculous animations and stuff like that, but the fact that he's like flat out, I'm a rubber band man, it made it funny for me.
Yeah.
It actually made it easier
I mean, what did you think about? What did you think about Nami's introduction? Did you find her ruthless at first? What did you think of her when she stole the boat? Like she was pretending to be marooned and then stole the boat and then
Luffy shows
and then ran up to Luffy and was like, hey boss, and ran off.
Yeah.
Set him up.
So she's a little bit mercenary. I think that's the idea there, right?
But
at the same time, she has a thing against pirates, clearly. So it's interesting. She and Zoro have a few things in common, I think. They're both like anti-pirate and they both took a little convincing. So I don't know if that's going to be a recurring thing as Luffy accumulates more crew members, which I'm assuming is going to happen. But I liked her a lot. She was fun. We needed that.
Is she real shicey about money this early in the series? Is that like a later thing? Because as a finance guy, I was like, I respect this. She's charging points of interest for all these berries she's loaning out.
As a finance guy, you respect the hustle. You like that she just steals from everyone.
It costs money to make money, baby.
Nami wasn't in the last part. Like I thought Nami was introduced like in the second episode. I'd forgotten.
Yeah, that's why I forgot her last.
No, she is.
She wasn't there yet. You know,
the anime introduces her earlier.
Oh, then okay, then I'm right, as usual.
Nice. So let's talk about these characters. I met, as you just observed, Nami. This was my introduction to her. But we also have Buggy in the Orangetown arc. We meet Alan's favorite, or not. But Mike and Merphy are. Now, let's talk about this. Let's have a little Buggy debate here. Why do we love Buggy or not love Buggy? Let's start with the Buggy love. Ladies first. Little bit of trivia though. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I'm gonna flex a little bit here. Buggy was originally named Boogie. Did you know that? Okay, sorry. I thought Mike didn't know. Mike didn't know. Did you?
No,
did
I'm glad you went with the way you went, though.
There we go. But he changed it because he saw a movie with the name Boogie in it.
Is that in an SBS or are you Googling things? Please don't Google things.
Oh no, it was in the
Yeah, where you
It was
answer
in
the
SBS.
mail. Yeah,
Manga,
he answers the
whatever,
fan
yeah.
mail. Mhm.
So anyway, why do we love Buggy? What about Buggy is cool? Why is he a cool villain? And then Alan, you get to counter, okay?
I'll be the
Good, Merphy.
Suguro.
So
Yeah.
I'll preface this by saying I became a Buggy loyalist later in the series.
Oh,
Spoiler!
But I think that he's just the epitome of the nonsense of this series. He
Okay.
is completely ridiculous. He's such a ham. And I like that where so many characters with Luffy's absolutely his ridiculousness, so many characters are like either Zoro is laughing it off and being like, oh, that guy. Okay, well, I guess he's still alive. That's neat. Or someone else who's freaking out over Luffy's invincibility, seemingly, or like frustrated at his absent-mindedness. But Buggy, he's like more over the top than Luffy. So seeing the two of them interact is hilarious to me.
yeah. There were a couple crazy funny moments. One was the panel that you shared with us, Merphy, which I thought it just had me in stitches, where Buggy has separated his torso from his legs in order to go after Nami, and you have Luffy just kind of standing there, and then realizing, oh, and he goes over and kicks him in the crotch with this little, look on his face, like, oh, okay, and he just boom, he gets him. And then the other moment with Buggy that just made me laugh so much is how he ends up afterwards when Nami ties down most of his like torso, and he calls all his parts back together.
Yeah.
But he has
The little guy.
a little head with little hands and little feet. and I don't know what exactly this means. You guys can explain this to me. But in the little, like, at the beginning of each little chapter afterwards, there were little, like,
After the battle?
yeah, like a little, like, pictures of Buggy on just different adventures. Like he's there's like a big goose after him, and there's all these
little buggy.
Little Buggy's adventures, I guess, is what it is.
So those are called cover stories, and you'll want to pay attention to those because that's a fun thing that Oda does in the manga, where after a character leaves, then there are some of them that he'll continue to follow through these little snippets, these little vignettes before covers, and he'll just focus on someone for a while, and then he'll focus on something else for a little while, and we can kind of revisit characters through those.
Okay.
I think with me, like right up front is you find out that him and Shanks used to be on a crew together. So first, again, backstory. I'm like, okay, well, I'm automatically interested in knowing more about this character. And then I feel like he's just like a perfect mix of like Pennywise the clown and like the Joker, like the goofy Joker in like Batman the Animated Series, where he just feels like he
More
could be
so in the live action.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could be like, yeah, very much so. Like, he can be like that complete sadist bad guy, but he can also just be a goofball. Like he's upset if anybody
That's
goes
so true.
You're always talking about my nose and stuff. I don't know. It's a good mix of a villain with some slapstick humor in there.
And I love the wordplay too. And I have to ask you guys, I don't know. I mean, Alan is probably the one who knows the most Japanese here, but how is it that they preserve or that they get across the wordplay? Because there's some really great wordplay in the English translation. Like when Buggy's like, quit clowning around. Who am I? And then he's like, you're Buggy, the pirate clown, and there's just some really great.
So that process is called localization, not just translation, because you have to keep the sense of it. And part of what got me hooked on the anime is the very first, for a long time, there was a really, really, really good fan sub company, or not company, but group called Kaizoku Fan Subs. And they were just really, really good. They had translation notes that would appear being like, hey, so he's making a pun here in the Japanese. It doesn't quite translate over into English. And also all of the powers would be animated. So when Luffy would go Gomu Gomu no, like green letters would pop up and get big as he said it, like in time with the dialogue, Gomu Gomu no, and then it would stretch and then it would come out with pistol. So the aesthetic was really, really good. And then they stopped doing it. And the stuff on Crunchyroll with their crap normal subtitles is garbage. But their translations were really, really good. They were the ones.
I mean, is the wordplay, does it actually exist in the Japanese? I assume
yes,
it must.
Yes.
Right?
So they are saying something similar in Japanese. They were doing some kind of pun or wordplay in Japanese.
Okay.
And they're making it clowning around here because that is the best like equivalent that we would have. It's not they're not necessarily saying though, because clowning around is not a phrase in Japanese. So they have to find the spirit of it rather than just translating it. Translations are bad. Like localization is a skill. It's an art. And you see this all the time in video games. Like bad localizations will ruin anything. So I have a lot of appreciation for a lot of the fan sub. Here we go. Kaizoku fan sub fans. There we go. It's great. But yes, that's where it's coming from, Philip.
Okay, that is so cool. I love it. It is one of the aspects of the humor that I really love. Because you guys know I do like an occasional dad joke. So
the manga too, when there's a pun or something that can't be localized, they'll have an asterisk on the side and they'll kind of explain what the wordplay was that couldn't get properly translated.
Oh, wow. Okay. So cool. All right. Well, let's continue talking about the characters. We can go back to Buggy if anyone wants. He's also got his sidekicks there. There's Moji and Kabaji.
I didn't get my Buggy rebuttal.
Oh, your Buggy rebuttal. Okay.
We don't have. I mean, we could just keep it with the praise and then move on.
Culturally erase me somehow. So part of my so the thing is Buggy's fine. Like Buggy's ridiculous, and he's perfect for this second arc of this show because we had the super serious guy, Axehand Morgan, who's stupid, and then Buggy. Now we see someone. This is his first Devil Fruit finder.
Yeah,
like
first Devil Fruit,
a guy with Devil Fruit. And one, I don't like circuses. Two, Buggy's fine. Much of I am always cursed to be the on the mission to civilize. I must be the one that brooks no foolishness when everybody is full of nonsense, and that always holds true. I am never nonsense. So Buggy, much of my problem with Buggy is that Buggy won't go away, and Oda finds it amusing.
Me too.
For Buggy to continue to come. And at that point, I'm like, this is stupid. Like, this is like, we are past this. Like, Buggy, you do not fit here. The fact that Oda, like, the reason Buggy is Oda's favorite character. So.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And so that is, and it's very obvious. And I'm just like, if you were not Oda's
lots of content to come, Mike.
But I say I'm only maybe 20% through the series. That's great to hear.
I would not have to look at you again, Buggy, if you were not Oda's favorite character. And if that
true,
would be great. But then, like, Buggy was fine until I got on the internet, and all of the people like. It's the same thing with the God Usopp nonsense. Like, I just can't brook the foolishness of the memery. Like, Buggy sucks. Usopp sucks. These are objective facts. Like, truth is not relative. Like,
if something becomes a meme, I instantly love it more.
Alex,
I take old memes and make them dank again. But, like, this is not a meme that I can get behind. The Buggy sucks. Like, why aren't we liking awesome people like Smoker or Crocodile?
Because we haven't met him yet. Well, you have.
No, all of the people who are on Buggy's train have seen those people. Like, they know who those people are.
Crocodile's one of my favorite characters.
Who?
Crocodile.
Oh, that's because Crocodile's awesome. It would be foolish if he wasn't.
What about Chow Chow? Is that the dog's name? The dog?
Yeah.
We do need to talk about Chow Chow. But first, hold on. Before we move on to Chow Chow, can we...
Chow Chow sucks.
Before we move on to Chow Chow.
Whoa. Alan, you never pick on the dog.
Mike and Philip, how do you feel about some of the fights and the nonsense that come from the fights? Like, for instance, Zoro cutting himself so that he has a handicap and then picking up a giant crate and walking around. Like, how do you feel about the feats of strength that are absurd? Do you roll with them well? Do you think it's fun?
Sometimes it's silly, but it fits with this world. I mean, it just kind of works. You know,
it's anime. It's an anime.
I just
I
keep
mean, look, I'm never gonna not laugh if someone getting kicked in the nuts, as long as it's not me getting kicked in the nuts. I'm gonna laugh at it, you know. So it's hilarious.
especially if his torso is separated from his, he's all like, I'm gonna get you now, and
And then he stops because of the pain.
doink, you know. I just, it's so funny.
You did choose violence, Alan.
Alan, come on, you laughed. You laughed.
No, I'm saying that. Like, look at the comment. I think Buggy is funny. I liked Buggy when I saw him in that arc. I am just way past that. And I don't care about enemies like Buggy anymore. Instead, I would love him to bring back characters that I think are cool instead of Buggy.
Good job catching yourself.
If I could get both, that would be great. But instead, I keep getting Buggy. I don't want any more
I
Buggy.
keep having a great day.
No, it's like being re-gifted, a gift that you keep giving away to people. And every Christmas you get it again. And I gave that away. I don't want this old missing pieces like licensed version of Star Wars Connect 4. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. Like, I gave it away. Stop bringing it back.
All right, stop giving Alan fruitcake, everybody. Now, let's move on to
Usopp's pirate ring.
Choo Choo, Chow Chow,
Chow Chow.
Chow Chow.
Chow Chow's awesome.
Also, I think Boodle, Alan, I actually read the character of Boodle, and I thought this guy is Alan's hero right here.
The mayor?
The little guy standing up to injustice. Come on, that's your thing.
I mean, no, he sucks too. He deserves
Yeah,
it.
he was actually like my nitpick, where I said if I got a nitpick this arc, I thought the mayor was kind of annoying.
Really? See, I think I exclusively like him because he's like, I'm going to fight this fight too. This is going to be me. I'm going to stand up. And then Luffy just knocks him out to get him out of the way so he can handle it. So it's like, your purpose has been served. I love you.
I hate his stupid haircut and his stupid shorts. Like, I just hate him.
He does have a stupid haircut. That is true.
The hair is pretty dumb, but
There's no shortage of stupid hair in this.
And
Yeah.
guess what?
Everyone has stupid hair.
No, all the people with stupid hair I hate. Like, that is
that's everybody.
okay. Luffy has awesome hair. So does Shanks and Zoro and Nami. You know who has dumb hair? This mayor and Buggy.
Mike, you said Chow Chow is
There you
awesome.
go.
Talk about Chow Chow.
Talk about
It made me think of that very sad episode of Futurama.
Futurama! That's
the
what I
dog
said when I read it too.
Yeah, whenever I was like, this makes me think of that. Like, he's going to sit there and guard that store no matter what, even against a freaking lion. So yeah, it was awesome.
Same. And that episode I watched when I was like 15, and I haven't shaken it. I still haven't shaken
Dude, I
it.
watched an episode when I was like 35 and I started crying.
Well,
So-
okay.
Aw.
I love
I'm just saying that episode sticks with you.
So, what is it we love about Chow Chow? The loyalty,
the bestest boy. Yeah.
he's
the courage in the face
like
of
the
certain
dog.
doom.
There's the Japanese story about the dog that like waited for his master for a long time, like died waiting for his master to come back from the war or something. Like, there's a monument in Tokyo of this dog. If anybody knows that dog's name in the comments or whatever.
Chow Chow?
No, like
It's
an
not-
actual story.
the Futurama dog.
I'm saying Chow Chow reminds me of that dog. That's like
In
I'm
Futurama.
gonna say it. I don't actually hate Chow Chow. Like the fact that he like stands there and is all like beaten up and stuff is pretty cool.
We know
I
you
like-
don't hate Chow Chow.
And it's great too that Chow Chow and Luffy
That's the actual dog.
What?
Luffy relating to Chow Chow and being there for him and like when he loses everything, sitting down with him, that was a huge aspect of Nami realizing, oh, okay, maybe pirates aren't just all bad.
Then Nami, then Buggy like wants Nami to kill Luffy, and that's when she is like, okay, I guess she's not as heartless as she first comes off as. Because she's not going to murder the shit out of somebody, that's in a cage.
Can I say something I like?
Yeah.
Say something you like, Alan.
I'm trying to. I love Nami. Like Nami's love of money, and every time her eyes turn into the money sign, like I love the fact that she is, and as she like gets control of like the ship's finances, as like the money can like when she like doles out like here's your spending money, and Luffy's like, but I need more, and she's like, you're not getting any more, and Nami has beaten up Zoro and Luffy and Sanji at the same time, and I love Nami. I laugh more with Nami in the anime than I do with most other people. So I love Nami. That's something positive. I love Nami's
awesome. I love her too.
Okay, that's an interesting comment there. The pet store and Luffy's straw hat served as parallels. Okay,
the pet store is Chow Chow's treasure that he was protecting, and it was the most important thing to him.
There's loyalty there. Yeah.
Say?
I was just saying loyalty is
loyalty. Yeah.
Loyalty. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons
it's the thing.
Anime.
It's the thing that symbolizes the person that they're the most connected to and the most loyal to.
Okay, so we have a theme here in One Piece. Then
One Piece doesn't have themes, Philip.
Everything has themes. Everything.
I'm just kidding. One Piece is riddled with themes.
Yeah, so I like that one a lot. That is really cool. Yeah. So beautiful. All right. So Alan actually does love Chow Chow. And what was the other thing you actually liked, Alan?
Nami.
Right. Of course. Nami. I like Nami as well. Yeah. All right.
So when you guys were reading this, did all the people that were excited that you were reading it tell you, oh, you just got to get past Serp Village, then it gets really good? Because that's what everyone told me. And then I read Serp Village and I was like, not that bad.
Just got to get to changes, Mike. You just got to get to changes.
Yeah.
You just get right.
Get to Bone Hunters, Alan. Just got to get to Bone Hunters, book 6 of Malazan.
Oh, come on.
Got to get to changes.
The Malazan digs are coming back here. All right.
I didn't do it. That was Mike.
I know. Yeah.
Told me. Oh, yeah,
how did you feel about the way Buggy got his devil fruit?
Oh, so the flashback. So I like seeing Shanks again, obviously, because I'm a Shanks fan. Maybe he's my favorite character so far. Actually.
Shanks, I love Shanks. That's a good choice. What a discerning scholar.
Thank you very much. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting. So it was Buggy as a younger pirate was clearly not. I mean, he was headed toward villainhood all along. Really, he was never really like we don't see him being wronged, except for the fact that he has this nose and he's very sensitive about his nose.
He's a clown to start with. That's ridiculous.
It's kind of funny that he's a clown, but and that's the thing when Luffy first meets him. He says, "Who's the dude with the big nose?" And then he, of course, gets him like that. So, bacon. Oh, Alan. I'm gonna have to.
How Luffy of you?
How about that, Philip?
I can't slap it. I can't slap it out of your hand.
You can't.
No. Oh well. So anyway, yeah. Are we ready to move on to Syrup Village now, guys? Or is there anything else?
Because I can't wait to talk about Django and Usopp's pirates. They're the best part of this entire story, man.
Your team. All of them your team, Mike. All of them.
So everyone warned me not only about that and basically that, hey, Usopp's historically most people's least favorite main crew member. And so I think it helps sometimes when you kind of have those expectations where you're expecting the worst, Crossroads of Twilight. And then you get there and it's like, hey, it's not great, but it's nothing as awful as you guys made it sound like it was going to be like aged to my eyeballs or something like that. So besides his little hot dog nose, Usopp's
I think part of it is Usopp is rough upon introduction until you get to know him. He's just the boy who cried wolf. And, there's obviously more to him than that. But in the beginning, it's tough. And Syrup Village is long for what it is, I think. Plus, I hate Kuro, but
yeah,
I am in the minority of that.
On the beach does go just a little bit too. Like I said, they made an anime episode that my kid still rails about.
Nice.
The friggin' that is so dumb. That move is so dumb.
Okay, well, tell that to all the pirates that it freaking killed on the beach.
Let me be a pendulum for 5 minutes, and then hopefully no one hits me.
Buggy's move was so much cooler. Get out of here with that.
Just trying to stand up. My kid still carries on about this. So there was a whole episode of Usopp just trying to stand up on the beach.
That is true.
Buggy's
that is true.
Chop, what? Get out of here.
But it's not what he does in that episode. It's what he says that matters, right? I mean, he's trying to be loyal.
Usopp's pirates are disbanded?
Yeah, the three little dudes, like what are they? Onion and Pepper and Carrot.
Look, I was glad that those weren't the live action adaptation. I was glad they weren't.
Oh yeah,
really? They weren't?
I wish that Django had been there though.
Wait, they took out Django?
In the live action one? I'm sorry, Should I not be ruining that for you? You planning to watch it? I'm
I
sorry.
don't
You're
know.
just naming character names. It's okay. That's not a spoiler.
A spoiler.
I mean, we'll talk about that arc, but if you haven't watched the live action show, I guess.
Now, Django is the one who looks like Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah, it does the.
Yeah. Okay. That has to be deliberate, just like Zorro is modeled off of Zorro.
Yeah.
That is so true. And
Alan,
Django,
you planned this all day? Did you say what can I cosplay as? Yeah. You got to do the glasses thing too. Yeah.
No, don't do the glasses thing. You will stab yourself.
you know what? Though we skipped over an important part. That's with Gaiman on the island. He's the guy stuck in the treasure chest.
Oh yeah, I like the way they think he killed himself because he fell off and landed on his neck.
Wait, sorry. Was Gaiman in between Orangetown and Start Village?
Yeah, because it's just such a quick little one-off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to talk about that because that was hysterical. The poor guy's stuck in a treasure chest.
Dude, Gaimon sucks, but I love Gaimon. He's definitely
he's amazing.
I like that all the treasure chests were empty.
Poor Gaimon.
Oh, no, see, that's a thing I've noticed that you see. It's a repeated thing. So you have a character like Luffy in that moment who's like, no, I don't want to throw down the chest. And initially you think he's being greedy or mean or whatever, but Gaimon figures out, wait, he's not doing it because he knows I'm going to be really sad because there's nothing in those treasure chests. So he says, "You're
so happy that Alan is wearing protective eye gear right now. He's making me a nervous wreck." Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
He's doing the thing. Oh my God. Wait, you think that's cool, right? That's cool? No, the whole like, yes. I mean, the character, Kuro. Yeah.
He's also wearing a freaking like butler outfit. It's dapper villain.
There we go. We just figured it out. Gaimon is the
One Piece. So yes, I agree with what you were saying, Philip. There's a lot of times where Luffy, he has no issues with being painted as the villain if it means protecting someone else's dream, whatever that looks like.
Right.
I think the villain didn't really do much for me, but the Kaya, her arc was really good, I thought. So
yeah,
that was really good. That was
I agree.
what I enjoyed the most about this was Kaya.
Yeah, because she has a kind of a coming of age sort of arc in a way, doesn't she? I mean, she has this. She's been suffering from grief, but also she has seemingly like a physical disability. Initially, I thought maybe that Kuro was poisoning her or something, but I guess it's just she had that grief and it weighed on her heart. But yeah, she eventually sort of comes into her own strength in a way, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
So I like Kuro because one, I love the gentleman posh villain. I just do. I always have. But it's also the first villain we've seen that gave Luffy any trouble. Like Buggy was easy mode. Morgan was literally one episode. Congratulations, single episode, suck hand Morgan. But this is the first one that gave Luffy any difficulty. And again, the fact that Usopp can't even freaking stand up. Like Kuro is the first real bad guy that Luffy's facing. And also the absolute betrayal of Kuro's responsibility for caring for this girl. Like he's the guardian that's betraying his charge, which I don't know is something that is a trope that I like. You know, this is the person on whom you're supposed to have the most trust in and is, actually plotting to murder you. So there's a lot of stuff about Kuro that I really like. I also, I like this and I love this thing. Anything that I can mimic. I can't mimic the chop fruit. Sorry, guys. I can't split my body in twain.
Why?
Have you ever tried?
Yeah.
Why don't we try right now? Let me go grab the chainsaw from the freaking garage. Let's try it on live television.
Grab the katanas.
And the thing is, okay, so guys, Usopp, I really like Usopp in this arc. Because his voice actor is very good and he's always yelling, he's always shouting for pirates. And I also really I laugh almost more at Usopp's crap than I do anything else. But it's only between the arcs because he never wants to go on an island. He makes up stuff like, I have strange new island disease and I will die if I go on a new island. And that the amount of effort he makes to not have to do anything, I love it. But the problem is, again, we're so far past that, and he's useless. He's just not.
I understand.
pushing back versus the meme. I have to push back versus the God Usopp stuff. Now, there's someone else in the show somewhere that has similar abilities to Usopp. That person's awesome. They should replace Usopp with that guy. But
well, let me defend Usopp a little bit. I'm new to the guy.
Do it.
I'm new to the guy, and I feel like first of all, he's obviously modeled off Pinocchio a little bit there.
Yeah, the hot dog nose,
and the lying and all that. There's a Pinocchio thing going on there. So we can look to Pinocchio for an explanation of Usopp's character, right? The boy who had to learn. He's also the boy who cried wolf right there in the beginning. He's like, pirates every day. Nobody believes him when they actually show up. So there's a lot of stuff going on there with Usopp, but I feel like he's also, even if he's not the most kick-ass member of the crew, I don't think he's ever going to be, unless he eats a devil fruit or something. But I guess he's going to be. He's kind of like, he's there for the moral, right? He's there. He's part of the moral fiber of the crew, isn't he? You know, even when he's lying there for that entire episode, I didn't see the anime, but I know which part you're talking about. He's lying on the ground there, and he's trying his best. He's the little guy who doesn't give up. Right? There's heroism in that, right?
He's the normie.
Yeah. You need that person among the crew. You need that.
Is this the arc when Zoro fights the cat dudes?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
It's also the arc where Nami gets stuck in the oil slick, and then she grabs Zoro and pulls him down into it and
maybe think of something like
abandons him.
Junji Ito, because Junji Ito is all about like horror stuff, but he loves cats. So that's made me think about something he would have wrote.
And someone saying the rubber band of doom, like Usopp. In the anime, he does hilarious stuff all the time. He's like got this huge power and his slingshot. He's like, oh, Gomu, Gomu. And he's got this little rubber band. And then he goes, Gomu. And he's like really tiny. And he just pops a little rubber band in someone's face. And you think it's going to be this big attack. And it's like, Gomu. And he pops. And I laugh every time. They're so good. The Seiyuu were so good. And the anime's so good. You can't like everybody. You have to rank them. Like people like, which students are your favorites? Everyone has favorites. Philip, don't lie and say I don't have favorite students. Yes, you do. Yeah. And Philip, I bet you've got favorite kids too. I'm not gonna make you say it on the air.
I only have two.
I know. And guess what? I bet one of them is higher tier than the other one.
Speaking of which,
I have favorite pets, and Christina says I'm not allowed to do that.
Speaking of which,
what?
Alan defended his fave villain so far. Now, do I get to bash him? Like
he
got
I
to
think
bash
that's
Buggy?
only fair. I think
yes.
That's
Okay.
And then we'll have Mike.
Hold on.
Michael decide the outcome.
My bashing of Buggy began with, actually, like, I don't hate Buggy. Like, I didn't actually bash Buggy. I just said why I don't like Buggy.
Okay.
Trash Kuro.
I'm not going to trash him. I think that he ended up getting lost in the sauce because he had this 3-year plan that made sense. I'm tired of being a pirate. I want to live lavish. So I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to do this hypnosis thing. It all makes sense. Yes. But then when it came time to execute, he was as messy as humanly possible.
And Buggy's plan was great and perfectly executed.
Let Usopp go because he's the village liar. No one will believe him except that when everything he said happens exactly as he said it, the survivors, who there will be survivors because I specifically made this plan so that when there are survivors, they'll believe that the will reasonably was passed on to me. The survivors might think, Usopp said, I saw Kuro admit that he was going to do this, and this. And all those things happened. Maybe he's guilty. So he let Usopp go, and that was a stupid plan. Then Sheep Guy, Mary, is like, here's some glasses. And for no reason, he's like, I'm going to start killing early. And then I'm just going to leave him there for someone to possibly find. Yes, his crew was supposed to come a few hours later, but you could have just waited.
Why does he kill Mary? Why does he try to kill Mary?
So that Kaya can come and find him and we can so that he can no and he does this multiple times when
I don't think I've ever heard that noise come out of you.
Hold on, you were talking about the logical thread. Please, logical thread Buggy for me. Please walk me from point A
That's
to
the
point B.
magic of Buggy. No one
No,
expects him
no,
to.
Buggy can get out of here.
Kuro
with that
is
nonsense.
supposed to be smart. Buggy isn't. And Kuro's plan was good, but his execution, it's like this mastermind that chokes at the finish line.
Like the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, that happens in real life.
I realize that, but Kuro's not built. He's not presented that way. He's presented as a good villain, not as one that choked at the end.
Okay, Mike, please.
How does
settle
that
this
not
for
make
us.
him more realistic? That he just
Mike, how do you feel about Kuro?
Mike, how do you feel about Kuro?
Fine. Like I said, I think it went a little too long, but it's fine. I come down somewhere in the middle. I don't want to say indifferent. I mean, I like the character.
What about Django?
I didn't really think about.
Think
I mean,
about
like when I
it.
go back and I think about Serp Village, I think about Kaya. I think about them getting the Going Merry. I think about just okay, Usopp's Boy Who Cried Wolf stuff. I haven't really thought about. Like I said, I remember Luffy ripping the front off the ship more than I think about Freddy Krueger finger, Edward Scissorhands.
Y'all pick up on the clues. Did you know that Kuro was the baddie?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I saw him.
Bond films in a row. That's the bad guy.
Like, oh, that Butler is awfully. What I love about Django,
I think a Django more for this arc than I do Kuro. I think
Django's so memorable.
Yeah.
because he hypnotizes himself.
He's so dumb.
And his stupid heart glasses.
And the other pirates are like, "Oh, Django hypnotized himself again."
It's so good. Mike, you've brought up Kaya a couple times. Do you want to talk about her? What is it about her that stands out to you?
I mean, they kind of tease it like I guess her and Usopp have been friends for a long time, kind of thing. And I think that Kuro's like, "Oh, you can't hang out with like losers like that." I mean, I might be remembering wrong. I read this back in September, October. I don't know. I thought it was a good arc, dude. It was basically she's finding her confidence again and to finally be something that's going to kind of serve the crew there at the end. It was just like it was a pretty good arc.
Yeah.
Does this have Luffy drawing the pirate flag? This section?
Did it at the end? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Right.
No.
God, Alan.
Oh no, the whole series is ruined now.
I know, guys.
Phil doesn't want to read anymore.
Oh no, of course it doesn't, because they got the ship from Kaya. Never mind. Yeah. They got.
I actually knew about that already. Anyway.
Yeah, and I didn't catch that. Pedro brought it up that I didn't. I was like, if Luffy's this powerful, he can rip the front off of a ship. Why is he struggling so bad here? It's because he was hypnotized. Yeah, I completely missed that. The first.
That's
time.
also anime logic, though. Like you can do something and then you can't. Like if a villain,
it's true though that
villain, they're hard, but when they join you, they suck.
Yeah,
there is a truth in there in that people do have more ability than they understand. Like there are in moments of crisis, there are people who've lifted up cars and stuff.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
That sort of thing happens in the real world. Now it's pretty hyperbolic. Everything about this manga is hyperbolic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the charm of the series, though, is that it has the humor, it has the amazing backstories, it has emotional hits, it has great camaraderie among the crew, but also you kind of just get to let go. Like you don't have to analyze it too hard unless you're a brat like me and you want to account all the sins of Kuro. But for the most part, you don't have to think about it too hard, and you can just go with it.
That's one of the reasons I like it, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I speak in a lot of hyperbole. And so
I've never noticed.
No.
Yeah,
right. A lot of things that I say I don't actually mean. I'm exaggerating for effect.
Yes.
So I didn't know if y'all knew that.
That's part of why we love you, Alan. Just part.
So you're the one.
That one guy that thumbs ups my videos.
I said we. I said we.
Oh, sorry, you and my wife. That's right.
Okay. The two nicest people in the world, right? Yeah. Actually, probably just her.
Christina didn't knock my bacon out of my hand.
She did?
No, she does not. Like you, unlike you. You do that.
Actually, I heard that was tofu bacon, Alan.
It is turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon. All right.
Turkey. I don't know.
Oh,
It's not super good, Mike, but it's better for me than the.
Oh no, I tried it when I first did keto, and I was like, no, I'm going back to regular old greasy bacon. Sorry.
Yes, Murphy.
Merphy?
I also really liked when Kuro, I can't say his name, turned on his crew. He was like, "Hey, I never planned on letting you live. Your lives are worthless. I don't think anything of you." And he just started killing everyone.
I love that.
Yeah. And how Luffy, how that was so, and the antithesis of what he believes in and who he's chosen to be.
Yeah,
For sure.
And that was what set him off. That's when he was just like, "Oh, we're not playing."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also a thing that Buggy did. Was like he would just suddenly like kill one of his like crew, and you have to ask why do they stay loyal to these guys? I guess
They're pirates. None of them are really loyal to each
Ask
other.
the Empire when Darth Vader choked out like the third freaking guy, I'd been like, I'm out, I'm AWOL, baby. Yeah, so
yeah. So we have real evil pirates in this world, but then you have the Shanks of this world, right? And of course, there's Luffy, who doesn't really have it in him to be a pirate, actually. I mean, is he capable of being somebody like...
How dare you?
Yeah, what an insult. Honestly, Philip.
It's a question. It's a question.
Whoa.
It's a legitimate question. How is he going to, I mean...
I don't know. I'm just watching Merphy like knock her camera
pillage and stuff. I mean, for him...
I love it when we do these live.
The whole point of this, it's like a quest for Luffy, right? He wants to go to the Grand Line. That's what this is all about. I assume that. So you have these little arcs, but one thing that connects all these little arcs together is this Grand Line thing. And of course, the One Piece, right? That's what the goal is here, right? So, for Luffy, being a pirate means the Grand Line and the One Piece. It doesn't mean going to villages and being mean and pillaging and all of that, right? So is he really a pirate, or is he a fake pirate?
Yeah, Luffy's not interested in the plunder part. Luffy's interested in being the pirate king and getting to the One Piece and becoming the king of the pirates. Like, that's Luffy's thing.
Calling Luffy a fake pirate is wild.
Is it? I mean, it was a question. He does want to be the pirate king. Yeah, that's true. But if he became the pirate king, would he like mandate that all pirates, be?
No, like he just wants it. He wants it because it's there. Why did you climb the mountain? Because it's there. Like that's what he wants to do. And his complete lack of shame or self-consciousness, when everyone he meets, they're like, "Hey, who are you?" He's like, "I'm Luffy. I'm going to be king of the pirates." How about that one? And people laugh at him or get mad or punch him or whatever. He is completely unapologetic and single-minded in his focus. Yeah, the plunder part will be neat. That's true.
And what I will say is being a pirate means something different to different people. So, I won't elaborate on that, but as the series goes on, you'll see what being a pirate means to Luffy.
Ooh, okay, cool.
And we can have the discussion again.
All right, cool. So I just hit on another theme there, and I didn't even know it.
You did.
Nice. I like it.
Wait, so Philip should figure out what the One Piece is by next arc, for sure, right?
Good. We've all been trying to figure it out too.
Mike, you're more likely to figure it out than I am, I think. But
I'm
an along for the ride guy. I don't like the theory. I spent so many years theory crafting, reading A Song of Ice and Fire, and waiting forever for the book. Now I'm just like, I'm along for the ride reader. I'm not theory craft anymore.
I'm going to ply Oda with champagne and chocolates, and I'm going to get him to tell me what the One Piece is, and then I'm going to go on one of these, and I'm going to spoil it live for everybody.
I thought he was saying he was going to place a bet and make some money off of it, like a true finance wizard. But no, he's all about ruining everybody else's life.
All about burning the house down around me.
I actually am interested in.
I agree with that.
Luffy's morality. Yeah,
I agree with that. As you continue to see more and more of Luffy and the decisions he makes, his morality is fascinating to try to sort out.
Here's the short answer, Philip. Luffy always makes the right decision. That's how you answer his morality. Luffy is right. Anyone who questions him is incorrect and should be shot.
I think I was kind of where Philip was until Arlong Park, which we'll clearly get to in time. But I think that's where I'm like, okay, what you guys were saying right now, I agree with. But I was still with Philip at this point reading it.
But I feel like this is set up right from the beginning. Right from the relationship between Shanks and Luffy sets up the whole question of Luffy's morality. Because right from when he's a little kid, he wants to be a pirate, right?
You feed him and he becomes your friend. That's it. So is Luffy a dog now? Okay. Okay.
So do you hear what I'm saying? I feel like this is about Luffy learning what Shanks was trying to teach him. That has to be part of this whole thing. I feel like it's being
What
said.
was Shanks trying to teach him?
That how to be awesome because Shanks is awesome. That's what he's trying to teach him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
How to
Thank
be
you.
a good pirate. How to be a good pirate.
Trying to teach him how to swing a baseball bat with one arm.
There
Hey.
you
Don't you make fun of Shanks, Mike?
Never. He's handy capable.
Oh,
I just got demonetized. Sorry about that.
Shanks is so awesome. I love Shanks.
Ouch.
He's one of my favorite characters for sure.
Alan,
Guys,
Yeah, I'm just too much of a dad. Alan's making me
act like my
nervous
wife.
wreck this entire
Don't act like
episode. That's
dinner
what I tell him.
right now.
Just want to smack it out of his hand. Jesus.
It's not near my eyes. It's on my mouth where knives are supposed to be. When
And
you
if my kid was doing it near his mouth, I'd be smacking it out of his hand too. So I'm saying it's not you, it's me.
I'm Whitebeard. Like it's like the Whitebeard mustache.
don't cut off your lips, Alan.
I'm not-
Philip and Mike, how do you rank the crew members so far as your enjoyment?
Ooh, I like it. Mike, you want to go first?
I'm trying to make
Up,
sure I
up,
mention
up to this point, Mike.
Oh,
Not-
actually, my favorite character hasn't even showed up yet.
right.
There we go. Right now, I'd go Zoro, Luffy, Nami, Usopp. That's all we have. So far,
Zoro,
right?
Nami, Usopp for me. I swap Luffy and Zoro.
Oh gosh, this is so hard. I think Luffy makes me laugh the most, so he's got to be the first. I don't know Nami well enough yet, and I really do like Zoro. I think mine is going to be the same as Alan's. Poor Usopp though; he's on the bottom. What about you, Merphy?
Where he belongs.
Mine matches Mike at this point in the series.
Oh, but you know what? Still, Usopp is in 4th place, Alan. So that's not that bad.
Hey, someone's got to end up there. It's not going to be
Fourth
one of those other
That is
three.
such a Philip thing to say.
Look,
I mean, he almost made the podium.
I don't think even where we are now in the manga, I actually don't think Usopp would be on the bottom. I think there's
Anika, I'm trying so hard.
I think there's a crew member I would put under Usopp. Mike, who's your favorite character?
Sanji.
Wait, he can't say.
Sanji? Yes.
No,
Sanji,
I guess
I
you
love
can say.
He can say.
That's why I can't wait to talk about Ratier because
Sanji goes above Usopp.
I was liking the series, but when I read Ratier, I felt
Shoot, Barati is so good.
Roddy has my favorite backstory.
yeah, it's good. That are another character that I can't say. Those are my 2 favorite backstories in the whole series.
Oh, a different character. I was about to say Mihawk.
Mihawk's awesome.
I thought he was
Mihawk
talking
is
about one
awesome.
See, we
I
talk about
almost-
Mihawk. Alan's going to be playing with a knife for the whole episode
I
again.
almost did a cosplay of Mihawk, but
Well, you're gonna have to pretty
It was
soon
a-
now.
my friend who made me the Zoro costume was making me a Mihawk one, and there was like a storm or something, and we couldn't go or what. Anyway, or I don't know. But I remember we went to Walmart looking for pattern for Mihawk stuff. Yeah, I love Mihawk.
What golden accessory? I'm blue hair. I think I know me, but golden accessory. That's probably a spoiler, I guess.
Yeah, don't know.
No. I mean, if you're talking about Nico Robin, that's my girlfriend. I always tease my kids and don't tell your mom.
That's why I was doing this when you said character you can't name, and I was like this.
I wouldn't consider her with blue hair. I'd say she had black hair. Vivi's
No. So I say the blue hair. I guess Vivi. I don't know.
Vivi sucks. Boo.
Anyway, sorry, Philip. Now I'm doing it. Now I'm naming a bunch of characters I've never heard of.
Look, Vivi sucks.
That's okay. I mean, I won't remember any of these names.
Exactly. Yeah. Out of
Let me-
context.
let me-
that
oh.
name means nothing.
On his left hand.
Who?
Look at me, Mike.
We'll have to
This
talk.
should be super clear.
I haven't watched the anime. I didn't know what color it was. Sorry, I've only read the manga.
True.
It's black and white,
Yeah.
guys.
Talking about John Krieg?
No.
Oh. Who has a
Sand.
hook? Crocodile?
Sandboy.
After
Yeah.
a while, Crocodile.
I've said Crocodile's name 100 times. Crocodile's awesome.
All right.
Okay, so we
You can
ranked our
say all.
characters. Can we rank arcs before we go?
Buggy won. Everybody else after that. No.
Okay. Marine Ford,
Alan.
Dressrosa.
Okay.
Wait, which
Of
are
the three.
I guess I'd go Orange Town, Romance Dawn, and Surf Village.
Huh.
Syrup Village, Romance Dawn. The 6th season of Gilmore Girls, which, and then
Season 8 of Game of Thrones.
yes, and then maybe after that, Orangetown.
Orangetown, Romance Dawn, Syrup Village.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, somebody's gonna be in 3rd place. That's not that bad.
Philip.
What a chicken shit way to answer that
Well,
question.
thanks for calling it out, Mike.
Okay.
Now we're gonna do this every episode. I'm gonna start taking notes because I can be.
I know, right? I'm on the spot now. I actually think I liked Orangetown the most. And,
Hey.
and then probably I love the introduction. So whatever that was, Romance Dawn, and then Syrup Village, I guess. I like them all. So anyway.
And that's what I was told is if you're liking it at this point, you're gonna like it a lot.
Yeah.
When I said that I didn't dislike Syrup Village as much as everybody told me it was, like, well, then you're, because it was really a lot. Oh, got to get to Arlong Park. That's when it gets like amazing, you know. And I was like, well, for me, it was the arc before that with Baratier. So.
I'm just waiting to cry because everybody says I'm gonna cry. So.
Philip, please.
I haven't cried yet, Philip, and you know me. I'm
that
dad shit gets me so easily, but there are some touching parts for sure.
There are truly emotional moments in this, but like people, like there's nothing that is.
It's not Robin Hobb, man. You're not going to get Robin.
Okay.
Hobb.
Yeah. There's nothing
Mike,
that will make me cry less than someone telling me they're going to cry.
You haven't got Robin Hobb yet? Okay.
You haven't gotten to the Robin Hobb parts yet.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
Look.
Yeah.
Again, okay, I'm not saying that it's not emotional, but the problem is you guys need to let Philip decide whether or not he's going to cry or not.
That is a really good point, Alan.
That's not conducive to Philip actually experiencing those things.
That is a really good point.
There are a lot of emotional.
Don't let people set those expectations for you, I think.
And look,
if you don't, you're going to be like, am I a monster?
I do cry. I do cry a lot.
I know.
Dad shit gets me real easily. But
exactly.
Philip cried when he heard when Bagsack got yelled at by Bledla.
Philip, decide right now.
And he wrote it.
I wrote it. I actually do cry when I read my own book. It's kind of.
I cried when I realized that Philip actually named a character Bagsack because I laughed to tears.
It's a real name.
It's a real name.
Yeah. So yeah.
So next week we will be on my channel discussing Baratier.
That was my next question. Whose channel? Because Alan fought for Arlong Park, right?
Arlong and Loketown. And because Philip, I am eager to see what you think about the parts that I really like, which we haven't gotten to yet.
And that'll be end of East Blue, right? That's the end of East Blue.
Mm-hmm. And then we go into Arabasta, which has Crocodile and like
so good.
Everything else
is freaking long.
I have never rooted for a villain more than in Arabasta because I hate all the good guys except the Straw Hats.
Okay. So a heads up for everybody too, we might not be doing this exactly 1 week from today. We might possibly move it, but we haven't quite figured that out yet, I think.
Yeah, 4 people with families, sometimes it's really hard to get everybody together at the same time for, an hour or two. So.
But Merphy will let you know, and Merphy.
Yeah, I'll schedule it days in advance. So just, look.
Okay.
It'll be there.
Cool. All right. Well, this was awesome.
Oh, here we go, Alan. Is it Arabasta or Alabasta? Because no matter what way I say it's wrong.
It's Arabasta, but I don't care if people say Alabasta. Like I said Alabasta for a long time. Now I say Arabasta. I don't care.
See, that's what it was. It's like,
look, I say thank you guys for not correcting me. I say Barati. I'm not going to say Baratier. And you can correct me if you want, but I'm still going to say
dude,
Barati.
I called it Barati until I watched the Netflix show.
Well, Baratier.
Okay, so here's the thing. If I am leading an army and I am leading like a night raid, I'm not leading a sortie. I'm leading a sortie, right? Like I'm leading a sortie out to attack.
But that's a French word.
You and Philip both understand languages much better than me, so I'm gonna believe
it's the same. It's the same reason that we say that we want to say Luffy because that's how English words work.
Right.
So I had nothing to compare it to. And I see Barati with an IE ending, and I have other words, I can either choose baratai.
Is it a French word? Because then you'd have to say barati.
Yeah, exactly. So y'all suck it. It is a French word because it sounds you stupid French cook.
I'm reading Shogun right now, so I want to just
So
end everything
everyone's wrong.
with
It's
on at the end.
what is it,
or
Philip?
nah.
Oh well.
There you go.
Yeah, Sanji next one.
All right. Well, with that bit of wisdom, thank you,
Owners
everybody.
have-
Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Merphy. This was a blast, as expected.
Y'all
And we
feel
will-
free to go down and unload your vitriol on me in the comments.
remember to be nice. Be nice and respectful. And
The whole time I thought I was going to be the one that got shat on. This is great.
I'm always I'm like I am the magnet for the missiles.
that's good, Alan. It's noble of you.
You're my favorite. You're my favorite human shield, though. So
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's got to be a superpower. Did you eat one of those devil fruits?
Dang it! What a crappy devil fruit. The hatred, no me fruit. That's what it is.
All right. For real, we're saying goodbye this time, everybody. So good night, all. And we will see you in approximately a week. Merphy will let you know exactly when the next chat is going to be on whatever that arc is called. What's it called, Merphy?
Baratier.
All right. Mahati. And be careful with your knives, everyone.